My class is food science at Southridge High School. I teach sophomores through seniors. We're learning about the chemistry behind food, secret ingredients such as making it with love, which would be different types of ingredients, how they work together to create something that smells delicious but also tastes delicious at the same time. We're also doing microbiology with mold as well. How long does it take our food to mold? We do lots of experiments with that as well. We are also experimenting with different types of sugars for diabetics. We're doing gluten-free foods. We're doing lots of different experimental foods that are now out in our industry. So we're putting all of that together in this one-year class. Food science is important to everybody, just not myself. I got into the food science or the food and nutrition background. Of course, being Southern, that's all you do is eat. So you're like, how does this work? And your grandmother is always like, oh, it's made with love. And you're like, no, it can't just be love. But when I graduated college, I decided to go into the extension service. And what we did there was foods and nutrition. So I would go out into the world or into our county and talk about with HUD housing, low income, assisted living facilities, those types of areas, to talk about foods and nutrition. So what can you get on a low budget income? What are some substitutes you could put in instead of having sugar? Let's use Splenda instead so we can save some money. So with food science, you're doing the same thing. So we're teaching these students how to be sustainable in their food, as well as teaching them, oh, you can make lasagna on less than $20. I think my favorite thing is just talking about food, because I love to eat, but our students love to eat, and then seeing them light up when you talk about what they had last night. So someone was like, oh, we made mac and cheese last night. I'm like, how did you do that? And so they tell you, oh, I put in the milk, I took out the box. I'm like, you didn't do it from scratch? So we learned how to make mac and cheese from scratch for $5. So we do all those things just to open them up to a new world of eating and thinking. And then they go into the stores with their parents or grandparents to go grocery shopping. They come back to you like, guess what, Miss Warnock? I just bought all this stuff for less than $20. And I'm like, see, I told you, budgeting comes in handy. I'm like, yes. Also, I'm using the USDA My Plate, and I'm telling my family, we need to have more fruits, we need to have more vegetables. This is not a good meal. So they're also meal planning at the same time with their family, which is really awesome to see. We've seen in the school, they look at the school food and like, oh, I can make this at home more nutritious, as well as it just tastes better. So they're also learning those things as well. But when the seniors leave and go to college, they're like, oh, I can make this in my dorm room. We can do all of these things on a budget instead of just making ramen. Sometimes it's a joy. Sometimes you look at them and you're like, really? We talked about that yesterday. You have the mind of Dory. But I really enjoy it. They sometimes they're sarcastic, we're sarcastic back, but it's a great learning environment. We do lots of hands-on to see them critically think about what we're doing and what they're learning. Also learning new vocabulary. They're growing as a person at the same time as doing food science, and they're learning life skills as well. My end goal for food science for all of the 135 students that I do have in my sections is I want them to know what it takes for proper food safety, because they're going to need that in their kitchen so they're not cross-contaminating. It's also nice that they know how to prep their own food, so when they do buy whole vegetables, they know how to julienne cut. They know how to do all these things that they say in the recipe. They can actually read and understand a recipe. We have them doing conversions from the metric system to our standard system, so in case they decide to live internationally, they know how to read those types of recipes and what those call for as well. So we're also doing all that, teaching them nutrition. I want them to be a better, healthier person, and as well as they do. And we're also teaching them just a little bit of science and making them love science, because when kids hear, oh, you're taking a science class, they're like, oh, that sounds horrible. But when they get into my classroom, I want them to be like, oh, I'm learning science and I don't know it because I'm eating. So we're all about, it's fun, you don't know what you're learning, but you're learning at the end. So their end game of all of this is putting everything together for the whole year. They get to make a meal, they get to add substitutions, they get to make a product, they get to make different types of product development at the same time as well. So they get to know what the industry is like, all at the same time in one culminating activity. We had so many highlights. I think highlights like for the whole year is that they have become great decision makers, so they can make consumer decision making. They can also make decisions on anything. Critical thinking skills have also gone up. That went down a little bit with COVID. Now they're great critical thinkers. They also love to discuss anything. So if you pose them a question, they will think about it and they will give you a great response. So we have great classroom discussions. I think that's been one of the highlights for me, is seeing my kids interact with each other. They'll argue with each other, but they're doing it very professionally as well. So that's been great to see. It's almost been like a community college atmosphere in my classes, which is awesome. I want them to know that food science, yes, it is a science, but it can be fun at the same time. You want these kids to be in your classroom. I've had 100% attendance rate in my classes for a full year. I'm not sure a lot of science teachers can say that, but if you have them come in, you love those kids like they're your own, you treat them like family, they're gonna come back to you. So I just want everyone to know, if treat your students as family, they're gonna come back to food science, because at the heart of your family is always food. We're always in the kitchen because that's where we gather. So that's what I want to have everyone take away from that.